Hello and welcome to the Hornet Action News. My name's Cameron.
And my name is Ayana. All students are required to have their IDs for breakfast and lunch.
Breakfast is closed at 7:25 a.m. and 7:35 a.m. Students need to be inside the server section prior to the first bell at 7:25 a.m. Only students with late bus passes will be allowed to get breakfast after 7:25 a.m. After 7:35 a.m., breakfast will reopen for students with study hall.
The penny war will be taking place in the cafeteria during lunch waves. Pennies are positive points and silver coins are negative, and silver coins and bills are negative points.
Yearbooks are on sale at ybpay.com. Use the school code 11053519. You can get the books at $75 if you order before January 1st. They will include your name stamped in gold on cover along with a 16 current events section. Seniors can also order a book via senior assessment, but they would not receive a name stamped or annual section, so order early to get the best value.
Class of 2019, sign into your Google Classroom using your school login and accept the invitation to join Class of 2019. This is for the yearbook and graduation information and updates.
And the Umbrella Project, an LGBTQ Safe Space Club, is being held after school until 3:30 at room 206.
Monday after school in Yoga Fitness Room, there is a dance club for hip-hop, breakdance, and free form located between the two main gyms. Lessons presented by two professional dance teachers to help anyone interested. No experience is needed, but dress comfortably.
Community Awareness Day forms are due Wednesday. Forms are available in your house office, and juniors and seniors must return a permission slip or opt-out form, or they will not be able to go to prom.
Yoga Club is Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3:15 in the middle gym. Anyone who is interested in practicing yoga is welcome. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to talk to Ms. Rodriguez in room 137.
The American Sign Language Club will meet every Wednesday at 2:15 p.m. to 3 p.m. in room 151. You can see Miss Dickey at room 151 for more information.
Also taking place on Wednesday is the yearbook meeting, which is from 2:15 in room 184, and all are welcome.
The Video Communication Club and the Newspaper Club will meet after school every Wednesday in the TV studio at room 215A for a weekly news show. We are always looking for reporters and news anchors. You can see Mr. Bacon in room 138 or 215A for more information.
Also on Wednesday is the student council meeting after school in the lecture hall. Breakfast with Santa will be planned.
Boys soccer versus Hall High School at 6:30 p.m. is happening at the Veterans Stadium in New Britain in state semifinal. Hornets defeated Danbury in PKs in the quarterfinal Saturday.
Taking place on Thursday is mock trial, and it's from 2:30 in room 103 with Mr. Melendez.
And volunteers are needed for the Silver Lane Bowling Alley for handicap bowling. This happens every Friday at 4 to 6:30, and you can bring your friends along. You can see Miss Cody in guidance if you want to sign up.
Community Awareness Day is Wednesday, November 21st. On Wednesday, and it's a half day devoted to service learning. Freshmen and sophomores will attend presentations in the buildings. Juniors and seniors will leave the building to provide services to the East Hartford community.
Sports night is happening at Tuesday, November 27th at 6 p.m.
This is very important. Winter sport paperwork is due December 12th. If you are playing a sport, you need to hand in your paperwork as soon as possible. No papers are accepted after December 12th. No gold card, no play.
If you live near O'Brien STEM School, they are in need of childcare during their school governance council meeting monthly. Each session is 1.5 hours from 5:30 to 7 p.m. You can see Ms. Ryan in room 130A to sign up.
For service learning, there are tons of local opportunities covering a wide variety of interest areas. Talk to a group of your friends or connections group and start something up at your school, or our school, sorry.
At the Hearth at Glastonbury, this assisting living center is looking for volunteers to assist with games and activities for the elderly. Please see Ms. Messenger and guidance if you are interested in volunteering.
Iron Hornet crew, see Ms. Marinko in room 213 for information and permission slips to a possible field trip.
Mr. Bacon needs help from students to film sports for service learning hours. You can see him in room 215A or 138.
Is there a club or activity you would like to see offered at East Hartford High School? It is not too late. All you need is 10 members and an adult advisor in East Hartford High School. See Ms. Bernard in the athletic office. Get to know East Hartford High School night has been rescheduled to Wednesday, November 28th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. with students offering tours of the building from 5 o'clock to 7 p.m.
We are hoping that when families arrive, they will be greeted in the lobby by a short performance from members of our Hornet band and our cheerleaders welcoming them.
Families will be escorted by the student guides to the auditorium where our orchestra will hopefully treat us to a short performance, then a welcome from the department chairs and administration.
We will then move to the library, which will be the hub of the event. Each academic department will have a staff table with information and student work and program studies, as well as athletics, some coaches and athletes, activities and councils, PTO members, American Eagle Academic of Finance, and National Honor Society, the school-based health center, and some more. We would also love to have the art department showcase student work in the library, as they have done in the past.
East Hartford High School student volunteers will offer tours of our building every 10 minutes, or more often as needed, from the library, and our hope is that we will have some classrooms with staff and students to talk to our families.
Refreshments will be served in the cafeteria as part of the tour. Lindsay Gay has offered to have her students bake cookies for us and also have students busy cooking in the culinary room so families can see what happens there. John Bacon will also be available in our TV lab. Jill Pediscalo has offered some baseball tickets as a giveaway that evening. Amy Bryan is helping with developing flyers to send to our East Hartford 8th grade families. East Hartford Middle School, SSR, St. Chris, and Two Rivers.
Please let Ms. Cohen know if you're available that evening to talk to our East Hartford families, and she will add you to the tour.
This evening can't happen without your support, and we are hoping to really showcase all that we have to offer here at East Hartford High School. Send any thoughts and ideas that you have. Thanks so much for your help.
On Wednesday, November 21st, 2018, East Hartford High School will be holding its 10th annual Community Awareness Day, a day which all East Hartford High School students have the opportunity to learn about community involvement and service learning opportunities.
To develop a deeper understanding of what they can do to give back, freshman students will visit service-oriented organizations such as the American Red Cross, Unified Sports, and True Colors, At the Service Learning Fair, East Hartford High School students and faculty members will also engage in energizing team-building activities in the gymnasium to strengthen our school relationships.
Students will then attend a presentation by Ms. Murray, accomplished author of the memoir Breaking Night, an autobiographical description of her journey from being homeless then going to Harvard. We are excited to have Ms. Murray speak to our students, and we owe an extreme gratitude to the RISE Network for making it possible.
This year, Community Awareness Day has many ongoing service components. Each elementary school in the East Hartford district has collaborated and invited East Hartford High School students to their school. Groups of 20 seniors will venture into elementary schools to facilitate team-building activities with the future Hornets. These activities were created to foster role modeling for the children and give the upperclassmen an opportunity to discover and hone in on their leadership potential.
East Hartford High School sophomores now have the option to assist neighborhood members around the high school with yard work and leaf raking. Our district owes gratitude to Lowe's, Home Depot, Agway, Walmart, and Ace Hardware for donating rakes to this cause last year. Recently, the Donors Choice Initiative fully funded a service project which allowed East Hartford High School to procure 16 additional rakes. We'd like to thank all the organizations who partnered with the high school, volunteered their time, and welcomed us in their institutions. DACO bus drivers have also donated their time to make volunteer trips a possibility.
The East Hartford High School community is excited to engage students in community awareness and orchestrate tangible acts of kindness. We're enthusiastic about fostering thankfulness at such an appropriate time of year and look forward to continuing this initiative for many years to come.
9th and some 10th grades in Group A will have Connections Room will review all expectations, schedule, and warm-up. Adventures through Connections Gym, Community Fair, assigned meeting, and their second and third assigned meetings that are going to take place upstairs, and a speaker in the auditorium around 10 o'clock. Lesson, speaker, and debrief and reflection Connections Room will take place from 11 o'clock to 11:30, and lunch will take place from 11:35 to 12:10.
For some 9th and 10th graders in Group B, at 7:30 to 7:55, they will be going to their Connections Room and review all the expectations, schedule, and warm-up. At 8 to 8:55, there will be a community fair. At 8, they will be having assigned meetings. At 8:18, there will be their second assigned meeting. And at 8:36, their third assigned meeting, and then will be heading upstairs. At 9 to 9:55, they will be having their adventures through Connections at the gym. At 10 to 10:55, they'll be having a speaker in the auditorium. At 11 to 11:30, they'll be having lessons, speaker debrief, and reflections in their Connections rooms. And at 11:35 to 12:10, they'll be going to the cafeteria.
10th graders will be doing raking. In the Connections Room, they will be doing team building classroom activities. And from 8 o'clock, they'll be in the auditorium reviewing expectations and going into neighborhoods, raking assignments and walking instructions, rake and bag distribution. From 8:30, they'll begin walking to their destination. From 8:45 to 10:45, raking chaperones will receive a packet with an address and a specific yard instructions. They will return back to the high school at 10:45. From 11 o'clock, they'll have hot chocolate and lunch. And from 11:35 to 12:10, Connection Rooms will complete a service reflection.
The schedule for 11th and 12th graders will be announcing for 11th graders. At 7:30, they'll report to their X period for attendance. At 7:45 to 8:30, they'll go to their assigned prep room, then go over the day schedule and go over their expectations. Prep students for their assigned volunteer activities. At 8:30, they'll have brunch in the cafeteria. At 9 to 9:15, the buses will depart from the gym lobby. And then at 9:30 to 11:30, they'll be working on their volunteer projects. And at 11:45, they'll return to their prep room to complete their reflections.
Just like the 11th graders, the 12th graders will go over expectations, have lunch, do team building, and have a reflection.
Some activities our juniors and seniors are going to be taking place in. For our juniors, they can have the opportunity to go to the Larson Center YMCA, the Community Cultural Center, the Martin Park, the Glastonbury Hearth, the Hillstone Grange, the Hockenham, and they can be playing games and reading to young youth, the Kid Assembly, and the YCC YMCA, and the First Church YMCA.
For senior field trips, they'll be doing team building activities. In room 200, Career Beginnings connects Hartford area high schools, businesses, volunteers, mentors, and parents in a coordinated effort to increase the percentage of teenagers who graduate from high school to pursue a higher education and fulfill career goals.
In room 203, Unified Sports is an exclusive sports program that unites Special Olympics athletes, individuals with intellectual disabilities, and partners, individuals without intellectual disabilities, as teammates for training and competitions.
In room 204, American Red Cross, during the East Hartford Blood Drive, students and staff provide blood donations at school. The American Red Cross collects and distributes the donations to those in need.
In room 205, the International Club Porosa Project, which is a non-profit organization that educates, empowers, and connects Central American artists with students in more than 1,600 U.S. schools.
In room 207, TCLP Community Outreach, new teacher to our district, Hoi Hoi Yang, will be talking to students about the community outreach aspect to the TCLP program, a very competitive program in China, which allowed her to come out here and teach.
In room 209, the True Colors is an incorporation providing education, support, and advocacy for LGBTQ youth and those responsible for their health and well-being.
In room 211, East Hartford Family and Community License, new to East Hartford High School, our community and In room 211, East Hartford Family and Community License, new to East Hartford High School, our family and community, Amy Bryan works to bridge a stronger connection between school and the town of East Hartford by promoting community outreach and hosting events for our students and their families.
In room 213, the Student Council, which is a student leadership group designed to provide students with positive experiences and foster community awareness.
In room 217, Riverside Health and Rehabilitation is a local healthcare establishment that welcomes volunteers to assist with residents and projects.
In room 218, American Eagle Financial Credit Union, the credit union on our campus, would like to take the opportunity to teach students about the value of financial planning and the services available through credit unions versus banks.
In room 220, they will be talking about autism, world-leading autism science, dedicated to funding research in the causes, prevention, treatments, and a cure for autism.
In room 219, East Hartford Youth Services, the Department of Youth Services provides positive learning experiences for youth that will promote a sense of self-worth and community involvement. The department also advocates for youth issues on a local, regional, and statewide level.
In room 221, Connections Plus, upperclassmen work to develop themselves as school leaders by facilitating team-building activities, spearheading acts of service learning, and role modeling positive behavior.
The East Hartford High School Iron Hornet and the EHHS annual obstacle event in May this year proceeds from the race were donated to the Disabled American Veterans, DAV.
In room 230, East Hartford Soccer Club. Every year, the East Hartford Soccer Club recruits high school students to help foster relationships with youth by volunteering to help coach youngsters in soccer.
And in room 232, Hartford Legal Aid and East Hartford Community Partners, a legal aid advice and referral center helping low-income people solve their legal problem, as well as community partnerships with local outreach.
Want to know how to be a Hornet in the community? The following expectations are outlined in the East Hartford Service Learning Contract. Please review them with all students during the preparation time before the field trips. This contract includes, I need to complete 30 hours of service learning to graduate. I need to represent East Hartford High School Hornets in a positive manner. I need to be safe, respectful, and responsible. I understand that if I attempt to complete service learning hours as anything other than safe, respectful, and responsible, and a positive representative of East Hartford High School, these hours will not count towards the graduation requirement.
Well, that will be it for the Hornet Action News. My name is Cameron.
And my name is Ayana.
And we wish you a happy Thanksgiving.